Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
Today we're looking at Chronicles of Crime by Lucky Duck Games. Chronicles of Crime is a 1 to 4 player co-op mystery game by Lucky Duck Games, and it mixes elements of virtual reality and board gaming.
Players take on the roles of forensic experts. You'll have to search crime scenes for clues, question suspects, and follow the trail of evidence to solve the crime.
Let's look at the prototype components. The game comes with game board, cards, boards, and a set of VR glasses. It also comes with a free app you'll need to download.
The app is integral to the game. It contains the scenarios and all the story elements and clues. One of the great things about it, though, is it has a tutorial mission, and it's going to walk you step by step through how to play the game, introducing new elements when it's necessary. So within just a few minutes, everyone at the table is ready to play.
Throughout the game, you'll be consulting with your contacts, talking to people, traveling to locations, and finding evidence to solve the crime in the best time possible.
You do this by scanning what you want to interact with. You can ask someone about another person or a specific piece of evidence. The app will let you know what information they have, which could lead to new locations and more people to interrogate.
Also, some locations allow you to enter a world of virtual reality. You place the glasses on your phone and you see the scene in 360 degrees. You have 40 seconds to look around the room and shout out clues to your teammates. They can set aside corresponding clue cards that could be evidence for the scenario. When the time is up, the team can decide to have another player look at the scene too.
You'll continue following leads and investigating the scenario until you're ready to go back to the police station and give your report. You'll be asked a series of questions that you answer by scanning the correct card. Then the app will tell you how well you did and give you the solution to the crime.
I could probably open the app. The prototype came with a tutorial scenario and one main scenario, which was actually the first chapter in a 4-chapter story called The Power Behind.
The game takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play, and like games like Time Stories or Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, it is a one-time playthrough because once you know the story and scenario, you really can't play it again. But we have enjoyed sharing the game with other groups and kind of GMing it and playing with them because you don't destroy anything, so you can pass it along.
I did want to spend a moment and talk about how the technology integrates with the gameplay. You have the scanning part, but you also have the virtual reality, and I think Chronicles of Crime shines in the virtual reality.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Lucky Duck Games did a great job with the art and illustrations. It feels like you're actually in the scene.
I like interacting with the characters and working with the evidence, but the scanning of the QR codes can take you out of the experience, especially if you're not holding your phone right or if the lighting is a little too bright on the card. You'll probably also want to share the scanning and reading responsibility so players don't feel left out.
One thing we haven't mentioned is the timing within the game. The app actually assigns in-game time to these tasks.
Right, so like 5 minutes for every time you scan something, 20 minutes to travel from one location to another location.
And not only is your score based on things like that, but also there's in-game time things that happen, like a character could be in a different location at a different time of day. So you really need to pay attention to what locations you want to visit to gather the right information.
Right, knowing that our time was limited and it was going to affect things in the scenario, it led to some pretty intense discussions about which leads to follow and in what order.
The art and illustrations are great. It must take a lot of programming to make the virtual reality environment work so well and look so good.
I really enjoy solving mysteries, so games like Time Stories, Mansions of Madness, Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detectives, those are among my favorites. And I would say that the first scenario in Chronicles of Crime, I think it was on par with those. I really enjoyed it. I am looking forward to continuing the story and figuring out what happens.
Definitely.
I would say that the amount of scanning in the game can get a little annoying because you're doing it over and over again, but those virtual reality crime scenes, I think that more than makes up for it.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a story-driven game like Time Stories is, or you're looking for a new co-op crime investigation game, then check out Chronicles of Crime by Lucky Duck Games, coming to Kickstarter February 27th.